Are you garbage?
How do you feel about the rotisserie chicken?
Fucking
Come on.
love it.
Yeah,
There
Roto
he is.
Gang, baby.
Can I
Roto
tell you,
Gang.
I will not buy whole chickens and rotisserie them myself because they're the same price. You
Oh,
can
yeah.
for the same price.
It's
you
like a
can get
nickel. You get a whole chicken.
You get a
Done.
whole chicken.
Sitting in its juices for hours.
It's the greatest. Oh,
You make
fuck.
chicken salad out of those? Mwah.
How do you eat it? You just fucking go.
Well,
you just go.
I quarter it immediately. I take poultry scissors. Real quick, but let's be very real. If we have a rotisserie chicken, I take the top off and I pull off one thigh and leg, and I eat the thigh and leg very quickly, with some El Yucateca hot sauce mixed with ranch.
Okay, mix
Then
with.
Then I will
What color El Yucateca?
The XXX,
Ooh.
the hottest one that makes you shit blood.
And where are you mixing it? Are you have like a
on
ramekin?
a plate,
or
on
just
a plate.
Okay.
Ranch, El Yucateca, mix them, and I will do one thigh, one leg. Then I'll take scissors, cut the breasts up, and I cut the breasts in Jamaican chunks. You know where they just slice.
Just like
They just cut. Jamaicans will just cut.
loose, rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do that, and I will eat a half a chicken standing over it when we get it back from the grocery store.
I'm at the counter. You're going. That's like a
I'm
bag of chips.
At the counter,
Yeah.
I love rotisserie chicken.
So good.
Like you can't bring, if you bring one home, you need to bring two home knowing that I'm going to take that first one down.
Love it.
I assume you're a big eat the groceries when they get back. On a Saturday, it's nice.
Oh,
We talk about fresh lunch meat all the time.
A fresh sandwich, a fresh like turkey and cheese or whatever on a nice roll.
I'm an eat the groceries in the store kind of guy too.
Or do you walk out with like an empty wrapper like, hey, I had this loaf of bread or whatever?
Yeah.
That's so tragic.
Hey, you're all out of grapes.
Supply chain issues, I guess, huh?
The first time I ate fruit,
These
fruit.
cheeses are open.
I ate fruit, and then I brought it up, and I'd eaten half of it, like cherries. I'd been eating cherries the whole time.
It's all pits and shit.
And but this woman's like, I don't know how many you've eaten.
You're going to have to get on the scale,
I
sir.
don't know how many you ate. And I was like,
It's not
I ate
a weigh
bunch.
station.
She goes, yeah, but you just ate a bunch, but you haven't paid
Yeah,
for
you
them.
can't eat by weight
Yeah,
shit.
I was eating cherries and just spitting them in the thing. And she was like, well, how many did you eat? And I was like, a lot. And then,
I don't know.
but we used to do that with bread. They'd bring La Brea Bakery, we'd bring over bread, and I'd get my daughters, and we'd rip the top. I'd rip it in half, and they just stick their arms in the bread with a stick of butter, just going fucking butter to bread in the fucking.
Barebacking it. He's
The
lost.
Gelson's, right before the pandemic, the Gelson's across the street from my old house, it opened a wine bar in it. And so you could go in. I loved this more than anything. Walking in around sunset, going to the wine bar, having a glass of wine, then doing a little bit of grocery shopping, then coming back, having another glass of wine, then doing a little grocery shopping.
It's the most bird
coming
thing
back, having
ever.
another glass of wine, and then buying a bottle of wine from them and going home and being like, I got groceries, fucking hammered. It was the fucking greatest.
I ate half of them,
Yeah.
but still.
Dude,
There's some cherry pits in there.
I
if you
hate the
kids
paper
want some.
towels.
I mean, at one point, I had stepped it up, and I would take a vape pen, and all of a sudden, I'm getting fucking
Yeah, you're partying.
club
Yeah.
hammered, like club hammered at a grocery store, coming back with the weirdest shit. I'm like, hey, we're making matzo ball soup tonight. She's like, fuck, what's matzo ball soup?
It's August.
I would get some weird purchases back then.
God. This guy's fucking out of his mind. Whew.
Will you put gum under the table?
Oh, yeah.
Will you eat gum from under the table?
He's like a goat.
No, I
Look over, he's chewing the can.
gum
Bert,
under the
get off the couch.
gum under the tables should be understood. The one of the worst ones, and this is one Seguro makes fun of me for the most, was Leanne and I, when we first moved in together, we lived in this apartment downstairs, and then we moved to the big apartment upstairs. That night, Segura and Christina came over for dinner in our new apartment, and we had moved our dining room, our coffee table upstairs. And as we were moving it upstairs, we lifted it and we flipped it upside down to carry it. And underneath, I had been taping my toenails.
Taping them.
I would cut my toenails, and then instead of throwing them away, I'd grab tape and I'd tape them, and then I'd tape them under the thing, thinking one day. So like my goal was one day we'll see this and we'll laugh, right? And then I got to be there the day Leanne saw it, and I got to see the look on her face, and I could not stop laughing at the look on her face of like, oh, I forgot I did that for both of us so that we could both see it. And she told it to Tom that night, and he looked at me like I was a fucking wild animal.
Yeah.
He
I'm
goes,
kind
"You're
of looking at you like
taping-
that. That's
You're taping
insane.
your toenails to the bottom of the table?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Taking the time to tape the toenails.
It's one thing to like flick it behind the couch or.
Oh,
you
I do
know.
that with
Q-tips?
Q-tips. I put them on the door jams, and no one can reach them. So and no one in my house can reach the door jams.
So,
So there's-
where's the payoff on that joke?
They're just every door jam has a fucking set of Q-tips.
30 years from now, we're going to have a real big laugh.
Yeah. And I'm dead and gone, and you guys go to move. Those new owners are gonna laugh. That's great. All right, if you're in your car, and you pick your nose, where's that going?
In my mouth.
Whoa.
In my mouth.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt this broadcast.
This guy's trash.
Holy shit. Did you just admit to being a booger eater?
I still to this day. If I get a good one, I get excited.
Are we going to have to cut this?
Yeah, don't be giving out stuff that you're gonna make us cut later on.
Leanne will fucking get so mad at me. She'll be like, "Did you just eat a fucking booger?"
You'll do it
And
with
I'm
your
like,
wife in the car. Ask by
I'll
yourself.
do it. I don't give a fuck. What's the difference between this and that?
Oh, I mean,
Have you ever snorted and you get a chunk of booger in your mouth?
yeah.
Yeah, it's the same fucking thing.
It's called society.
Yeah, right? Well, there's rules, dude. He's got his pants undone.
This kid's
I'm
bonkers.
Jonathan Living Seagull.
Jesus.
That I've read. Holy shit.
In the mouth.
Wow.
And I don't give a fuck. I wipe from the front and I eat boogers. I don't give a fuck.
I wiped from the front for a long time.
You switched?
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean from the front?
Go in
Going from the
between.
front.
Yeah, I do that. I think.
Well, you'd know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know. I've
Go
really
to wipe
thought
your
about it.
ass.
I think I go in from the front.
Yeah, go from the front.
Yeah,
and
go catch her.
when I go catch her.
Dude, throw the signs.
I've said it on stage at times where I've talked about wiping my ass, and because I'm right now I'm at the cusp weight 255 of whether or not you're too fat to wipe your ass.
I'm crossing that bridge now.
Yeah, and so when you get
You're
there,
way
you've
bigger
gotta-
than 255. I don't know
Oh,
why.
no, I didn't mean that. I
guess
wasn't
each-
trying to
I
misrepresent myself.
I guess it's a personal weight for each person.
I was weighted
Buddy.
to trainers today. I'm 403. I admit that. I meant it's starting to
Wow,
become
that's
a
not even on
problem.
Patreon. You just dropped 403.
it's starting to become an issue back
So
there.
you've gained 13 pounds in the weight loss challenge. Good to know.
The Vegas odds were 20, so I'm doing okay.
Hey, I made out like a bandit regardless.
But I found a solution for it.
a reacher.
No, what, hiring somebody?
No,
Is that what this guy does?
Picked him up at the Sky
no,
Lounge.
you get a stick. I guess Big Pun had a stick that he'd wipe his ass with.
I picture one of those things that like throw the tennis ball for the dog. That would
Yeah,
be pretty good.
Yeah, something like
probably.
that, but with a claw.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's going to be really upset
me
when
clean
she
a
hears
paintball
this.
bat.
Oh, I love this.
So we have, a detachable shower hose. So I've created what I call the American bidet.
Which is
I do my
Shits in the
business.
shower, I think.
I do my business. I flush it so no one sees that there is no toilet paper in there. And I get in the shower and I squat down and I put it on the massage and I blast it out.
well, Hello Tushy has a great option.
Yeah.
Installs in under 8 minutes.
Bleep
don't,
that.
Don't need any electricity.
This fucking guy.
There better be one in that bag.
He better be heading my apartment to install one right now. If that's what you're dropping.
You got to pay to play around here,
You got
Kreischer.
Helix mattresses out there too, Bert? What the fuck?
Toby, give me my athletic greens right now.
Yeah.
I thought agree.
Give me my AG1.
These Muggsy jeans are comfortable.
I'm stuffing blue chews down my mouth.
That's Coinbase.com, folks.
I think I could use some therapy. BetterHelp.com.
Promo code garbage. That one I'll get behind.
Folks, are you shitting in the shower?
Are you a fat piece of shit?
Segura was the first person that turned me on to bidets.
I would like.
I've used them in Europe. They're fantastic.
I have a backless toilet, so I can't get one.
A tankless
I have a city
toilet.
tankless toilet.
Okay, yeah. The fucking bidet is a game
I know.
changer.
Yeah, yeah.
I get it going so hard it breaks the O-ring. So I like to
On
go.
your butt?
I like it to go in a little bit.
Yeah.
And stir things
I like
up.
it nice and clean back there. As fat as I am, I do. And I even sometimes, if I don't have time to take a shower, in my home toilet, I want that on record. In my home toilet, I will poop, I will flush, and then as I go in to wipe my butt, I'll let the toilet paper hit a little bit of water, and then I'll do it like that.
Really?
Yeah, get a little wet wash on there.
That brings up a question. If you're in a public restroom, right,
Love it. I'm already excited.
and you got to poop, it's an away game, not ideal, but you got to do it. How are you cleaning that toilet seat? What's your procedure?
Hold on.
wipe? Do
I
you-
say you're not doing anything.
You're barebacking it.
He's eating boogers.
So
What are you talking about?
So, for the most part, I was a big toilet seat cover guy.
Like the
You
cowboy
can't get the
hat thing.
spread though.
Well,
They don't go that. You got to rip the front and then kind of you got it's piecework.
I had an incident with one of them one time where I long flight. I take a shit at the airport, long flight, get home, wake up the next morning naked, and my wife's like, "Did you take a shit at the airport yesterday?" I was like, "I
There's
did."
a flight attendant in there
She was like, that paper toilet seat cover was still there.
in your
I had
underwear.
on my. I don't wear underwear, so I had taken
I'm
a
sorry.
shit on it. I'd sat for so long, it
It
became
stuck.
one with me.
That's my
I
biggest
put my
fear.
pants on over it. I sat on it for a 5-hour fucking flight. I then went to sleep in it, and then got up and it was still there. And Leanne was like, "Holy fucking shit!"
Like a craft single.
So yeah, but now, yeah. But now it's kind of like I'm kind of like I don't.
You just
I don't
rough
think
it.
I don't think you need to do anything. I mean, I'll look for piss, but
If it's dry, you got to make sure it's dry.
now here's a question for you: if you sit down on a toilet seat and it's warm, does it?
Just happened to me yesterday in the bathroom here.
I love it.
And I'm pretty sure it was Toby, which bothered me
Yeah.
as I was pooping.
Yeah, if you know the person,
I
it
was just
grosses
mind
you out.
mind over matter.
If it's a straight, if
'Cause
it's
there's
anonymous,
two toilets
it's
here.
okay.
I'm like, what one did he choose? And I thought I chose right, but I sat down, it was warm, and I'm like, ugh.
I picked the wrong one.
Yeah, but I was already in there. He'll take toilet paper, put it in the water, wipe the seat.
You're eating boogers, dude.
Hold on.
You got a loose
How
toothbrush
insane
in your
is that,
pocket.
dude?
You're
How
eating
insane
boogers,
is
man.
No. That's what you're doing is way worse. What you're doing is way fucking worse.
It's
way
insane.
worse, dude.
Insane.
It's way worse.
Builds up the
That
immune system.
Dude, he's doing that mid-pandemic.
Were
He's
you-
just raw dogging it into a toilet.
Were you raised by fucking paupers? were your parents train jumpers? What the fuck?
Going town to town, pooping in other people's bathrooms.
No, this is how we do it. This is how we do it.
Insane.